Cancer, welcome to the Onyx Moon. Onyx Moon Tarot. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. There's no gender in tarot. This is something could have happened to you already, could be happening to you now, could happen to you in the future. I pull on the sun sign of Cancer. Check your other placements. If this doesn't make any sense, that's okay, because this is a collective reading for Cancer. If it does, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry. Somebody's sorry. Somebody's sorry for something, Cancer. I'm sorry. Now that flipped upside down, but these cards, I just take it face the right side up. So if it would mean something to you that they're not sorry, then... Okay, we have an Aquarian card, the Star in reverse, Major Arcana. Wish fulfillment for something to be healed that's not being healed. High Priestess, not using intuition. Hot-tempered. The Chariot reversed, not moving forward. Somebody could have car trouble. Could be a nice car, sports car, a lot of horses under that hood. It's not moving forward. Doing some self-reflection with the Hermit. Solitary. The star, the light that's in his lantern, when the Hermit's out there doing his meanderings, doing some self-reflection, he carries a lantern. The light in that lantern is a star from the Star card, if you didn't know that. Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody is out there, they are quite the Jack the Lad. Male or female. They have encounters, many encounters. It's way past being a commitment phobe. They just like to spread themselves. They like to share the wealth of themselves with many people. Sleepless nights, insomnia, PTSD, depression. Two of Swords in the reverse. Knowing that a decision needs to be made. Feeling powerless to make it, but we're coming up out of that because this is in the reverse. There's not wishy-washiness about this. Knowing what's going on, knowing what's happening, and going to be able to stand in our power, no matter how sorrowful, hurt this situation is. It's going to be, the buck stops here. I'm no longer going to allow myself to be disrespected. No matter that it's crushed me and put me into a tailspin mentally, it has to end. I can no longer go on with this. I have to make my decision. It can't be fixed. I know the truth. I'm going to stand in my power. You could be dealing with an air sign. Doesn't have to be. You could just be standing in the power of the Queen of Swords. Queens of Swords, that's usually a divorced queen. A Queen of Swords, male or female, acting like a Queen of Swords. You don't just wake up that morning and decide that you're going to put on that armor of the Queen of Swords and say, you don't come at me with nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You don't generally wake up being that kind of bitch, okay? Because that's got a real... It's not fluffy. It's not sugar-coated. It's not warm and fuzzy. It is hard-nosed. You speak to me, you're going to speak to me respectfully, and you're going to speak to me with the truth. I'm not going to take gaslighting. I'm not going to take talking in circles. I'm not going to take trying to twist my head around, distracting me with tears and screaming and smashing and this and that and that they're running out of the room because you're a bitch-ass pussy and you don't want to have a confrontation. There ain't going to be none of that. You're going to stand firm and you're going to stand in your power. And you're going to speak, even if your voice shakes. You're going to speak. You're not going to let anybody do all that other nonsense. no matter how much you loved them, the memories that you had before, that's before. Because now we're in the now. And you might have been fearful of change, and you might have felt powerless because of how the feelings that you had. And you might have been in doubt. Maybe I don't have 100% truth of this going on, but it can't be fixed. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of living and being tolerated and not preferred. You did the self-reflection. You know the truth. And now you're demanding it. Because the person that you're dealing with could be an Aquarius, whomever it is, whatever sign it is. They're having a good time seeing how you were. They knew exactly what they were doing. They did it as a choice. All of this Knight of Wands in reverse, knowing how it hurt you, seeing you having sleepless nights, seeing you cry, seeing you have nightmares, seeing you go into a depression, probably to a very, very, very dark place. It gave them some type of a little thrill to their dick, that little tug, that little lustful tug, like, oh yeah, I got him. Male or female. Made them feel good. There's a mental issue going on with this person, okay? You don't destroy someone, especially not someone that you were supposed to love. You don't try to destroy people. If a relationship is over, a relationship is over. Be a man or a woman, and it's over. You don't fuck with somebody's head and try to destroy them. For what? For what? The fuck's wrong with you? You're not happy? Pack your spend-a-night bag and go play with your cockroaches. Get out. Live your life. If you're not happy here, go live your life where you are happy. Nobody wants to be in this if you're so unhappy that you have to do shit like this. Pack your shit and go. Go. Bye. Go be happy. Because this person will have peace. And you? Go run around with your street trash, because Knight of Wands in reverse, that's what you're with. You're with street trash. And if that's what you're with, that's what you are. There ain't no respect lost on you. You might have been different at one time, and that's why, Cancer, you're having a hard time reconciling the person that you thought that they were. And that's why you're having a hard time, because this is what you thought they were. You thought that they were something pretty damn wonderful. But now you see who they actually are. And that's why you're having a hard time with it. Let them go be with the gutter snipes that they want to be with. Hope it's worth it to them. Because you're already starting to heal. If you're going from the Nine of Swords into the Queen of Swords, you're stepping into your power. It may take a while, but you're on your way. Whoever they're with now, they haven't started to heal. They're on a long road to recover. Let them have that. Let them have it. You're on your way out. Manifesting. Somebody's manifesting something. I don't know what. A burden? A burden that you want to put down. I can tell you that. It's very overwhelming. This has been very overwhelming. You've probably been going through this for quite some time. And somebody wants to say, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. Some things, I'm all about taking accountability. I absolutely am 100% about people need to take accountability. But when you say I'm sorry for what I see has been gone on, somebody's just been fucking with your head. Okay? You can't be I'm sorry and continue to do what you're doing and enjoying the pain that you're putting somebody through. But I'm sorry. It's like slapping a Band-Aid on something that's been amputated. And while that person's bleeding out in front of you, stepping over them, oh, I'm sorry, and then go continue to do what you're doing. With that little kiss, 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 I love you, and being nice, and then the very next day go out and do what you're doing. and fucking with somebody's head. That's sadistic. They have nothing to offer you. And I'm going to tell you why they do this shit. Because they need the attention. They might have a little bit, like Page of Pentacles. They're childish, okay? They're immature and they're childish. And they have a little bit of something. Because what they're running with in the streets has a little bit of nothing. So whenever they get a paycheck, they got a little bit of something. So it makes them feel like, hey, big spender. And they can spend a little bit. They can buy somebody a drink or a bottle of Thunderbird or something, and it makes them feel like a real big shot. And then they get the attention and they get the pat on their ass. Or they might be able to go to the deli and buy some bologna and cheese and make some mayonnaise bologna and cheese sandwiches, and they're feeding the masses. Makes them feel like a big shot. You are well out of this. And I know it's easy for me to sit here and say that to you. Trust me. It's the end of July of 2025. The end of July of 2026. You look back at this. Well, I pulled two, but we're going to take the first one. Secrets. You know most of their secrets. They can't stand it. But you know what? You keep digging. As long as you don't get hurt physically. Keep digging. Dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and dig. Be like a little mole in the ground. Even if your eyes are covered, just keep digging and digging and digging. First of all, it's going to drive them fucking nuts. It's going to drive them crazy. Every little tiny thing you find out, it's going to hurt you. But you're going to become immune to it. And it's going to show you exactly just what this cancer is. Not you, your sign, but what this is. It's like a growth that you have hanging around your neck. And you're going to be glad to be rid of them. But it's going to drive them crazy. And it's going to open up your eyes even more. Why would I want this mellifluous, vile thing in my life that just uses? And they use you and use you and use you. If you're in a relationship, two people are supposed to build. Two people are supposed to give. You're given, they're taken, and they're given someplace else. That's not how that works. Dig those secrets. And when the time is right, every now and again, throw a little bit to them that you know. Watch them panic. Took you a long time to come to the emotional realization that you needed to walk away. Now, do not. This is saying that you want to come back. Or maybe this is them, that they want to come back. They caused a big emotional upheaval. If this is them, that they want to come back, because being out there in the wilds isn't as comfortable as the little nest that you created. Because they want to have this little nest that you created. Well, they can still be out there in the gutter. No. You have your cockroaches. You want your cockroaches. You play with your cockroaches. Have a good time. Enjoy them. But you don't get both. You don't get both. Because it's an Arctic blast up in this little nest that I created. There is no space for you here. It's not warm and cozy and nice meals and love and acceptance. It's an Arctic blast here. You go be with your cucarachas. That's what you want. That's what you got. I'm letting you do you. That's the new thing. Let them. Let them. Just let them. Because you were not valued the way you should have been valued at all, ever. You thought you were. You thought, yeah, they're a little moody. Maybe it's a product of their raising. They have some childhood wounds. It's their culture. Maybe if I'm just a little bit more loving, you know, I don't like how they treated me, but I'm just going to swallow it down. I'm going to be more loving, and then we're going to get over this, and you're going to treat me better. You weren't valued from the beginning. They were nothing but a fucking son of a bitch from the beginning, and you just kept bending over and bending over and bending over and giving and giving and giving, and they took and they still fucked with your head, and they still fucked you over. And look at what you got. This is what you got after all of the giving. So now what you're going to do is you're going to let them. Let them. They wanted to fuck with your head? Keep digging. Don't spill everything all at once. Not all at once. But keep digging. And let them talk. And let them lie to your face about the things that you actually know the truth of. And then when it comes a little bit fortuitous, that they think that they're so smart and they think that they just know things. You see, like my car. I have an app for my car. I used to always have a car that I had to go and get a automatic starter put on. But my car now has an app that you pay a fee every month, and you just go into the app and you press the button and it automatically starts that way. So I didn't have to go and put a $400, $500 automatic starter on it. It also has other things in that app, and it tells me where my car has been. So somebody uses your car, they're saying that they're going to get a pack of cigarettes, and you can kind of like see, well, getting a pack of cigarettes at the corner store only takes 5 minutes. You were gone 20. You don't say it, but you look and you see. And you're at, Friday night pizza with your friends. And you just drop that little bombshell. Yeah. XYZ here went to grab cigarettes, but you know something? He stopped over there on the corner to his ex-girlfriend's house or something that you're not supposed to know. You just drop it. Watch that panic come in their eyes. They're not gonna like being left out in the cold. Well, that's where they've been leaving you. And what did I tell you? You are coming up out of this. You're going to be stepping in your power. I know you're worried about stability and security. I know it. Generational wealth, everything, especially if you are of a certain age and you have been in this relationship for some time and you have built everything. Why do I have to lose everything? Have faith. Have faith. Even if there's going to be some type of a financial hit in everything that you've put together in your home or something, and you're going to downsize and you're going to have to move something. Have faith. It's better than not being treated the way you need to be treated. It's better than going into a dark place. And when I say a dark place, those of you that know. I mean, insomnia is bad enough. Mind racing is bad enough. PTSD is bad enough, depression. But when you take those things and you go to the end of that, to that dark place, you know. So having to downsize, having to move, and having that change, that's much better to be here to do those things than to go to that dark place and no longer be here, if you understand what I'm saying. So yes, we're going to be concerned about stability. We're going to be concerned about security. And maybe we're probably not even thinking about having anybody else in our life at this time. We never want anybody else in our life. Understood. Now, I can talk to you about this because I've been there. Don't want anybody else. Get a dog. That's very good advice, actually. Dogs don't lie. Dogs are loyal. They're protective. They don't fuck with your head. They're not making text messages through apps instead of, the way you're supposed to do text messaging. They're not on WhatsApp. They're not doing all the shits, okay? But maybe you don't want that responsibility either. What has to happen is healing. And I'm not saying don't worry about security and stability, because you are. But have faith. Just have faith. Something that has always been my mantra, and I have been a single parent of 2 small children at one time in my life. And I was very, very ill. I actually was there. Right here. That sign right there? Yeah, I had it. 2 small kids. And I've always had this mantra. I work in 3 jobs at the time because single parent, ex-husband decided that even though there were his kids, he didn't want to contribute. I give because I have, and I have because I give. Maybe it wasn't a lot, But that's how it's always been through my life. It didn't really matter what it was. Half of a sandwich if somebody didn't have any food. $20 for somebody for gas just to be able to get back and forth to work till the paycheck came. Something. You have to have faith. And I'm not saying this is what you have to do. I'm just saying you have to have faith. So I know I'm going to have. I might not have the lottery. You know, living on my own island where it's just me and my dog and my bird with no aggravation ever. I'm not going to have that life, but I'm going to have because I give. And I can give because I have. And your last card out, and I'm saying this because I saw this last card, is the Sun. So babies, you're going to be fine. I'm a Leo Sun. I'm a Sag rising. I'm a Pisces moon. But almost every other aspect of me is Cancer. So this resonated with me too. And that's why I say I can talk to you like this because I lived this. Now somebody wants to say I'm sorry. You have to forgive no one. I'm not going to be that reader that says you have to forgive so you can heal. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know who you have to forgive? You have to forgive you. Because you're going to sit there and you're going to say, I thought it was all real. How can I trust myself? You have to forgive you. They can go do what they need to do. Their I'm sorry is neither here nor there. They're sorry. They're sorry they got caught. They're sorry that you're not being the pushover that they thought you were. You're sorry that for all of the love that you gave them, they made it feel that it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough for them because they're never going to be satisfied with whatever they have. And that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. That's what's sorry. You want to be sorry? Feel sorry for them for who they are. You can say I'm sorry to them for who you are. Pity them. Okay, this is your reading. Come back and see me next week.